Hey everybody, Tom Bardis, stories from the 78. It is March. March is officially here, and March is Women's History Month, but I feel like women deserve more than 1 month to be honored. Hence the name of the program that I'm going to talk about here with my friend Mary, who owns Saigon Sisters, which is a restaurant here in Chicago. And you're part of this overall event. March is not enough for Let's Talk Women, this whole
Mhm.
thing. So I'll let Mary, how are you, explain all this fun stuff.
Sure. Thank you for inviting me to this. Yeah, we
Absolutely.
definitely look forward to this event every year. We do it in March. It's almost like it's a great excuse for all of us women restaurateurs of Chicago to hang out with each other and kind of show a camaraderie and just let people know that we exist here in Chicago and we support each other. And this whole event started back in the pandemic in 2009, this group called Let's Talk Women. It started like maybe with 15 people, then it grew to 30. Now I think we're 160 in Chicago, and it's expanded across the US, like different major cities. So it's been kind of like an organic growth, and there's no like membership fees or anything. It's whoever who is a owner of a restaurants or a cocktail bar or whatever that they can join for free and just participate in events. And this one is the biggest of the year, where we provide food and drinks. There's 30 restaurants participating this year, and we'll be at Moe's Cantina, and it's from 4 to 8. And it's going to be a huge party, a big party. We're going to have drag show. We're going to have a fun time.
That sounds like
Mhm.
a wonderful time.
Yeah.
And did I read it right where the organization has just in Chicago alone over 100 members that are a part of this? I think of like almost up to 115.
Yes, that is correct. We are grew to 115, and it's still growing as restaurants are opening and people are knocking on our doors saying, "Hey, I'm also women-owned and I like to participate." So there's a lot more, of course, but right now, counting, we're about 115.
And the celebration is the Black and Bling Bash, right?
Yes.
And you mentioned all the fun stuff that is going to be going on there.
Yeah,
What
most cantina is great for that because it's huge space, it's very lively. We're all gonna dress in gold and black and just, party our ass out. So
I like it, as you
yeah.
should, right? And,
Uh-huh.
eh, at these events, like if there are females watching or just people are curious of
Mhm.
in general of like wanting to be in business, what are you looking for in terms of the event for like your members? Like, what do you guys talk
Sure,
about?
yeah,
What are
yeah.
all the
We
things?
it's a great time to network and have fun, and people can approach us. And we it's an opportunity to kind of learn about our business. We open it up to not only women, but like our sponsors, our vendors, our distributors, just people who are big supporters of us or who wants to learn about who we are, or just to get to know these women-owned restaurants better. It's a great time to do that, with a drink in your hand and everybody's relaxed and talking and being joyful. So yeah, I love the fact that it's approachable. Like I feel that, a lot of time I didn't know some of these women restaurant owners because they're busy, and
Mhm.
it's like it's hard to get to know them until this group came about. Then it was so easy to kind of connect with them in so many different levels. Like we have a lot of commonalities that we didn't know about. We drop anything to help anybody. We collaborate with each other. So it's just kind of bring down the barriers and just make it easy for us to connect and communicate. Because if we don't, we just kind of work our ass off, in the silos and don't take a break and just kind of try to figure everything out ourselves. So it's really good to have this kind of group.
And it's, I mean, 115 members, that's incredible in itself for something that started organically. But
Uh-huh.
I imagine there's many more women out there that are own businesses that you guys haven't reached out with and communicated with. What would you say to the women perhaps that are on the sideline wondering if they should even join something like this or wanting to learn more? Like, what's the outside of like the
Sure.
camaraderie, like I imagine it's just to help with just different ways of doing business.
Yeah, it is. I think one is mentorship. I feel that, I look up to certain women that's been in the industry for so long. And, when I see them as part of this group, it's so easy for me to go over there and ask them, so what is it like to open at the airport? Whatever, that's I'm
Yeah.
thinking about doing. And they're very honest and open communication. It's just the right time and place to do that kind of thing instead of like going into the restaurant and asking business questions. So we
Yeah,
have like
sure.
a monthly meeting, like a forum and events that we can just ask those kind of questions that is appropriate. And then I think also people who are starting new businesses, they want to have more exposure, more marketing power, more support or advice is a great place to start. And it's a very open and safe place to talk about your struggles. A lot of people, are very good at sharing their vulnerabilities and asking for help. So I think it's a really good forum for us as women because we tend to hold everything ourselves and do everything, fix everything ourselves. And but here you can be vulnerable, you can ask for help, you can just be honest and open and say, hey, I have a shitty day. I don't know if I can make it, that kind of thing. So it's really great that people can go to a place to do that.
And it's like you said, it doesn't cost anything to be part of this.
Uh-huh.
For the event, it's a cost just because it's an event, and that you do it to
Mhm.
to raise money and so on and so forth to keep the organization going. But the camaraderie, the mentorship, all that stuff is just volunteer based, which I think is so wonderful for. And I think the city needs more of that. Not
Yeah,
just from women, but for everybody. We're only as good as our neighbor, or and
exactly.
our and the entrepreneurs in our city is what makes our city so great. And the
Mhm.
strong women in our city give these different restaurants these different views of how to do business. I mean, some of them have led the way in the way that the tipping culture in Chicago and how to make that better and make that
Mhm.
the best situation possible. A lot of that pushed by women, who are raising families and really advocating for, rights for people to make the restaurant industry a modernized version of so many other industries when it lacks. So kudos
That's
to all of you women for sticking together and making our city better.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think majority of us is independent restaurateurs. So, we're not big restaurant groups and we do everything, on our own and from our own money and we really care about the people that work for us and we really want to advocate women in this industry and kind of, make sure that they know that there's a career here and that there's opportunities to grow and develop as a leader and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think it's just a necessary natural thing that evolved into this out of the pandemic and I'm glad that it happens and it can still continue to grow. um, and we learned a lot from each other and I'm still learning and I'm scratching my head because I'm like, how do I deal and challenge with all these laws and regulation that's coming to us again after the pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of confused with some of them. So yeah, it's really nice. I really enjoy being part of this.
And tomorrow, or as today, March 1st, the big celebration happens at Moe's Cantina. You said from 4 to 8. And for more
Uh-huh.
information on any of that stuff, where should people find
They
that
can
information?
find it in Let's Talk Women. So it's LetsTalkwomxn.com. That's the
Got it.
website, okay? And in there you will see a link to purchase the ticket and yeah, just come in, join, dress really, to the bling, bring your friends and be ready to eat and drink a lot of great food. So for like $95, it's really worth it because, it's a lot of good stuff going on and it's a party.
Right, and it's for good reason to be there. So
Yeah.
more than just March, but we'll start with March 1st tomorrow,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, today. I keep
Today,
my
yeah.
days are all up,
I know.
and Yeah, congratulations on the party, and
Uh,
I look forward to being at the restaurant and sampling some of your wonderful food.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate the
Thank you, Mary.
opportunity. All right. Thank you.
Yep.